Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. This is your July 5th Raw review, brought to you by yours truly. I know I've been gone for a while. I know everyone's like, where's Zoe? Where's Zoe? I am back, hopefully. A lot has gone on. So I apologize for my absence. But I have been keeping up with wrestling, you guys know. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my review. And if you do, thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share with your friends, your best friend, your ex, your side bitch, your wife, your co-worker, your boss, the guy, the janitor at your job. Share with everybody. And I will see you throughout the show. Okay, so where do I begin with that opening segment? I know they're supposed to be hiring new writers, and everybody has, you know, if you've been living under a rock, everybody knows the story of the writer girl who said she had no idea what was going on. She just took a job because it paid well. Well, it shows. I mean, granted, this show has been written terribly for years, but this Johnny Drip Drip, and now they're bringing Ricochet into it. I mean, Ricochet has been an afterthought for how many months? And when you bring him back to TV, you have him participating in these little segments that, like, my 2-year-old wouldn't even find entertaining. Like, it's borderline insulting. That's what it is. Okay, so where do I begin with that opening segment? I know they're supposed to be hiring new writers, and everybody has, you know, if you've been living under a rock, everybody knows the story of the writer girl who said she had no idea what was going on. She just took a job because it paid well. Well, it shows. I mean, granted, this show has been written terribly for years, but this Johnny Drip Drip, and now they're bringing Ricochet into it. I mean, Ricochet has been an afterthought for how many months? And when you bring him back to TV, you have him participating in these little segments that, like, my 2-year-old wouldn't even find entertaining. Like, it's borderline insulting. That's what it is. And if this segment was supposed to somehow get us excited for Money in the Bank, I'm even less excited than I was prior to turning on the show. These segments do more harm than they do good. I mean, what did we accomplish? Drew came out, told a story that I was halfway paying attention to. Ricochet came out sounding like an idiot. Johnny Morrison has been sounding like an idiot since he returned. The Miz, unfortunately, is in a wheelchair and still manages to be the ass of Monday Night Raw. So, AJ Styles, poor AJ Styles, he has to lower himself literally to be a part of these segments. Like, I feel for him, I really do. I really, really do. The gag about this match too is, if these two guys were taken way more seriously or presented more seriously, they could have a dope ass match. Like, for all the stupidity that John Morrison has been doing since he returned, John Morrison is still one of the best wrestlers on that roster. Ricochet, same thing. So it's like, it's kind of frustrating, but it's like, what's the point of getting mad? You know what I mean? They've been presented as a joke for years now. So it's like, it's disappointing because, like, fans with a functioning brain know what these two guys can do. And I'm pretty sure Vince does, but, you know, Vince hates wrestling, so therefore he wants us to hate wrestling, but no. So it just kind of sucks. On the indies, these guys would have fucking killed it. That count out win did what for who? Like, obviously, this is a rematch from last week. Leave it to WWE to beat a dead horse. We didn't need to see this match 2 weeks in a row. And you giving John Morrison a count-out win because Miz simply kept rolling in front of Ricochet. Pardon me while I do not say a joke about the Miz being in a wheelchair, because it'll be offensive to, actual disabled people. But I'll just put it like this. The Miz is fucking annoying. John Morrison is fucking annoying. Ricochet's a loser. Can we move on? Are we supposed to be liking Jinder Mahal? Is this a way for them to make us actually care for Jinder Mahal? Because I think I can speak for all the fans when I say that probably will never happen. He can shave his head. He can start dressing normal. He can ride in on a motorcycle. He could have rode in on a fucking scooter, some rollerblades. We're still not gonna not like Jinder Mahal. I mean, it's just never gonna happen. So this is gonna be yet another failed experiment of Vince McMahon. An 8-woman tag team match featuring a bunch of fucking losers, except for Naomi and Shayna Baszler. But you know what? Speaking of Shayna Baszler, I'm beginning to find it really hard to defend Shayna, because I don't work at WWE, obviously, but there's gotta be something in her head that's saying, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm better than this. They have her in a feud, essentially, with Reginald, who takes up more TV time from all the women than Charlotte does. And now she's feuding with Alexa Bliss and a doll named Lily. This is why I say to anyone who's in NXT, stay in NXT as long as you can. I don't care if you have to beg Triple H. It's either you beg Triple H and stay, or you get a release. Because going to the main roster is a death sentence. I.e. Rhea Ripley, Asuka, Nikki Cross, Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair to a certain extent, Piper Niven, like, I'm not calling her Dewdrop. Fuck out of here. Piper Niven, like, I weep for Karrion Kross, and Vince just took a visit to the PC. Jesus, he probably looked at Karrion Kross and said, I want him, but strip everything about him. I want him on the main roster. So rest in peace to Karrion Kross and Scarlett too. So, but I got off topic. The point is, boy, Shayna Baszler has just fucking dropped down to like Titus catering level. And I hate that for her, because although it took me a while to warm up to her in NXT, it's like night and day. Like, wow. Like, anyway, I keep saying every Monday night she has to get away from Nia Jax, but nope, every Monday night she is with Nia Jax. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's frustrating because you like these wrestlers and you invest in them, and it's like Vince just says, oh, the crowd's like that person, I'm gonna fucking butcher them. And that is how we get a Dewdrop working with Eva fucking Marie, that racist bitch. I'm gonna scratch that off. Okay, so this is no shade to MVP, because I think he's fantastic in his managerial role. I do not want to see MVP in the ring, as much as I don't want to see Bobby Lashley. But this feud with Kofi Kingston just shows the lack of top talent that they have. Bobby Lashley, and this again is no shade to Kofi Kingston, he should not be feuding with Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston has been twerking and throwing pancakes for the last couple of months and tagging with Xavier Woods since Big E took his wall and left. Against his will, but you get my drift. So it's like, we're supposed to take him seriously because he was WWE champion way back when? Well, what have you done since? Nothing. You literally just interrupted MVP. And we're supposed to root for him? No. I'm rooting for Bobby Lashley to beat Kofi Kingston and move on. And this is coming from a person who is not an MVP. You hear me? Who is not a Bobby Lashley fan. And we go from Kofi Kingston to Nikki Cross. The fact, I like Nikki Cross for all intents and purposes. I do. I prefer her when she's crazy and just smiling like a sociopath, a la NXT Nikki Cross. But this superhero shit that she's doing, and the fact that she pitched it, like, she must have really been like, I ain't got shit else to do, like, they're not gonna use me in anything serious, so fuck it, right? And then her husband gets released. And they changed her theme song. Oh my fucking god, bro. Remind me again why anybody would want to work for this company. I mean, I'll wait. Exactly what I thought. Now, if it hasn't been clear enough, I fucking can't stand Eva Marie. Like, I'm just gonna make that plain and simple. I fucking can't stand the bitch. And also the fact that her return came upon, the height of multiple people losing their jobs. I don't care if they were jobbers or not. Most of those people deserved their jobs and place on the roster way more than fucking Eva Marie. She couldn't wrestle herself out of a paper bag. But I want to know what she just did. Like, Alexa Bliss came up from behind her and scared her. And she rolled out the ring and was laying on the ground like she was selling a move. Somebody, anybody, tell me what the fuck this bitch is doing in a wrestling ring. What is that? I mean, not only is your gear just fucking terribly ugly, that hair looks disgusting. Your face looks even more masculine than it did before. And trust me, all the makeup in the world couldn't make an ugly bitch look better. At least in Eva Marie's case. You know where I was going with that, right? My back hurts. But anyway, she just has no business in a wrestling ring. I just want to make that clear. And the fact that people have to sell for her is insulting. You couldn't pay me all the money in the world to sell for Eva Marie. No ma'am. No ma'am. No. Thank God that cringe fest is over. The last couple of minutes of that match were fucking terrible. Eva Marie can't even properly get thrown out of the ring. You have one thing to do. One thing. I hate Nia Jax, but if they have Nia Jax literally destroy Eva Marie every week, I literally will not only become the biggest Nia Jax fan, although she's still trash, I will buy her merchandise. That's what I'll do. If they literally will have Nia Jax beat the shit out of Eva Marie, like, maybe put her through a table a couple of times, I mean, a girl can hope, right? It's not gonna happen, but a girl can hope, right? And while that match was on, I was definitely watching AEW Dark, because Angelico, wasn't a match. So somehow they remembered that they had Mustafa Ali still in the company, still under contract. So I'm assuming some official walks by catering, and they're like, oh shit, Mustafa Ali. You know, they disbanded Retribution, and they're like, damn, wasn't there a leader of Retribution? Mustafa Ali. And then they were like, go find him. And they saw him in catering, and they said, hey, you doing anything today? And Mustafa Ali was like, no, just trying this new applesauce, whatever. And they were like, do you want to have a match tonight, like with Mansoor, the guy who kind of sort of looks like you, and we're going to somehow try to differentiate you two on the roster? And Mustafa Ali was like, I ain't got nothing else to do, so sure, why not? I would like to know, what the fuck did Drew McIntyre just say in that promo? Is it me, or is lately, like, all his promos have just been babbling, like, stories that nobody gives a shit about? And it's like, I feel like they're trying to get him over again, because his stock really fell after he lost to Bobby Lashley twice. But it's like, his promos are just, like, incoherent, and he looks like a fucking idiot. And on top of that, I don't want to see him in the title picture. Like, you had your chance, you lost, go to the back of the line like everybody else. But it's also not his fault that this company has no, top faces to challenge Bobby Lashley, because we all know Brock Lesnar's not coming back until there are people in the audience. So there's that. So I just want to know, like, is it me, or just Drew McIntyre sounds stupid as fuck as of lately, bro? I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm bored. The show is boring me. Like, it's almost 10, so I gotta go bathe my child. But I just want to put that out there. Like, this show is boring me for real. Like, I don't know if this is a go-home show. No, I think next week is a go-home show. They really gotta... I mean, Money in the Bank hasn't been a exciting pay-per-view in years. It shouldn't even be a pay-per-view. It should just be a match. But, like, they're doing nothing to make me excited. I'm never excited. I just watch because I'm a wrestling fan. But this fucking show is boring. I'm about to turn it off, go bathe my child, and get ready for bed. But I do this for you guys. I love you guys. So are we supposed to be taking Drew? Not Drew. That's how uninterested I am. Are we supposed to be taking Jinder Mahal seriously? Is this supposed to make us a fan? Like, I don't understand. Why Drew selling a beatdown from Jinder Mahal, who hasn't been on TV in how fucking long? Like, this doesn't do anything for anybody. It makes Drew look like a loser. And it's Jinder Mahal. What else is there to say? At this point, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think Xavier Woods should turn heel and, like, beat the shit out of Kofi, because he's been literally riding Kofi Kingston's coattails, like, forever. Like, I'm not saying that Xavier Woods is not a good wrestler, because he is. He's a better promo in my opinion, but, like, it's got to give them something new to do. Like, they're holding on to this New Day thing, and half of your team is on SmackDown doing his own thing. If Kofi wants to be taken seriously, he's got to drop the dead weight. Not that I would ever take him seriously, but you get my drift. And it'll give Xavier Woods something to do. But the fact that the New Day was voted number 1 on tag teams of all time, bull fucking shit. I definitely forgot to mention Dominic Dijakovic on that list of NXT people who have literally been ruined by the main roster. I mean, Do we really care about Mace and T-Bar? I'll wait. And they just lost to the Lucha House Party. I mean, literally, it's writing itself. Like, I don't have to say anything. The writing's on the wall. Like, you guys are fucking losers. Simple. So you guys should know how this goes. I just finished bathing the baby. So I missed the Riddle and AJ match. I'm just going to take a wild guess that AJ won. Of course, if I'm wrong, I'm going to put the correct winner on the bottom. And I did catch the tail end of Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. And I took my nails off, washed my face and all that. There's really nothing that I can say about this Charlotte and Rhea feud that hasn't already been said. Like, I don't care how decorated Charlotte is, feuding with her doesn't make you look better, because she's gonna shit on you in your accomplishments no matter what. So it's like, who comes out on top? Because she's always gonna win no matter what. Yeah, you see my child in the back. And it's quite, you hear me? And as far as I'm concerned, this feud has gone on way too long. Like, Charlotte needs to move on, go to the back of the line like every other bitch. Just because you're white, blonde, and tall, and you're what Vince McMahon probably jerks off to at night, doesn't mean you get special privileges. And, well, no, I'm lying. It does give you special privileges. You just ask all the black girls on the roster. And Rhea needs a new opponent. I mean, I know people are clamoring for Becky to come back, but I don't know. If Becky's not going to fight her way to the top and just come back and assume that she deserves a title shot, what makes her any different than Charlotte? I'll wait. Charlotte needs, she, like I said, she needs to move on. And Rhea just needs some new opponents, that's all. I know there's a draft coming up. The entire roster, Raw, SmackDown, leave NXT alone, but pick and choose, from NXT, because some people probably do need the spotlight on the main roster, even though the main roster is a demotion in my opinion. But this roster needs a complete overhaul, because they're releasing people left and right, and they're leaving a very, very, very small roster to build a 3-hour and a 2-hour show around, and it's just not working. So let's pray for some new faces and some new feuds, because I feel like Rhea just hasn't got the best, she hasn't got the great, the best out of, being champion. And I feel for her because she's fucking awesome, but you couldn't tell by the way she's booked. And just like that, we have Cedric Alexander, who they probably saw in catering and said, hey, he's not doing anything, right? Cedric Alexander and Elias Samson versus Jackson Riker and R-Truth, who just ran off. If I keep doing this, it's because of fans right here. If you're in New York or if you're around the world, it's hot as shit. This is supposed to be a way to get Jackson Riker over, I guess, and I could care less about anybody in this match, which is crazy given where Cedric Alexander was months ago. So it just goes to show you, don't get comfortable. Okay, so the main event is New Day versus MVP and Bobby Lashley. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm going to roll on out because I definitely do not want to see this match. I guess I'll put who I think won and who actually won somewhere on the screen, and yeah, I'll leave it at that because I really am not interested in this match, and I'm gonna go put my child to sleep now. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed my reaction and my review to the show tonight, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and show your girls some love, and I will see you in my next one. Have a good night.